Everyone, I'm Neil McDonald, the CEO of Moomoo here in the US. Today, I want to talk about an important and exciting development for the US capital markets. Moomoo is very excited to be participating in FIGR's blockchain secondary stock offering. The code is FGRD. This is the really first SEC registered public offering of a blockchain native equity designed to trade directly on a blockchain-based ATS with the ability to convert to traditional shares on a one-to-one, frictionless and costless basis. Now, I'm sure many of you are asking, one, what is a blockchain secondary issuance? Two, how is it different from a regular stock? And more importantly, is it safe and how do I trade it? Let me answer those questions for you. So question one, guys, what is a blockchain issuance? Okay, we'll start with the basics. So the simplest way to think about this, it's not a new asset, it's just a new form of an existing asset, the existing asset being FIGR stock, FIGR. So FGRD is a fully SEC registered security. It's economically identical, one-to-one, to FIGR's Class A stock, FIGR, which trades on NASDAQ. So the difference here is that if you trade FIGR on NASDAQ, it uses the traditional clearing and settlement infrastructure. That's T+1 settlement, that's DTCC, that's transfer agents, that's book entry. That's the old SEC US securities infrastructure. How this is different is FGRD is issued and settled directly on the Provenance blockchain. Same company, same shareholder rights, same economic benefits. The only difference here is how ownership is recorded and how trades settle. It's recorded on the blockchain, so it's public, and trade settle, instant settlement. So guys, you may be asking, why is this issue getting so much attention from investors and from the market and the media? It's really important and it matters because of three major innovations. So firstly, it's a regulatory first. It's the first public offering where the security itself is issued on a public blockchain following SEC registration and all the normal disclosure requirements. Secondly, and this is something dear to my heart, extended trading hours. So this structure will ultimately support 24/7, 365 trading. Welcome to 2026. Today on Moomoo, investors already have access to markets 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. A major expansion beyond traditional 9 to 4:30 US trading hours. While we currently support 23/5 trading on Moomoo, we expect to expand access to 24/7 soon. Markets don't stop when the closing bell rings or even on weekends. Earnings, news, global events, global market moves often happen overnight and at weekends. And this gives investors the ability to react in real time instead of waiting for the opening and absorbing a possible gap move. Thirdly, single source of truth. A blockchain native structure creates a single source of truth with ownership and transactions recorded on a public auditable ledger rather than fragmented across intermediaries. This transparency reduces operational complexity and builds trust in how the markets function. I'm going to answer the most common questions that you guys may have about this issue. So, is this crypto? No, it's not. FGRD is a stock. It's pari passu, it's one-to-one. It will have the same economic returns and benefit as FIGR, the stock. It's a stock, it's not a cryptocurrency. So how do I trade this? On Moomoo, you trade in your normal USD broker account using normal US dollar buying power. You pay zero commissions, just like US stocks. All the blockchain interactions happen in the background. You don't need a wallet and you don't need to understand Web3. That's important. Another question you guys may be asking, are the trading rules the same as regular stocks? The experience is very familiar to you guys and very similar, with a few important differences in the current phase. To begin with, we'll start with limit orders only and whole shares only, so no fractionals. These rules are designed to prioritize investor protection until this new market structure develops even greater and deeper liquidity. Another question you guys may be asking is, will FGRD and FIGR trade at different prices? So short-term variances are possible, but long-term prices will converge. Since the blockchain stocks represent a one-to-one economic interest in the underlying shares, their fundamental value is identical. Now, supply and demand and while minor discrepancies may occur due to differing liquidity environments or execution speeds, the prices are structurally linked and expected to remain in sync. You can always remember swap one-to-one, frictionless and costless between FGRD and FIGR. What mechanisms ensure that the prices do not depeg from one another? So price stability is maintained by three primary pillars. Number one, arbitrage mechanisms. The same people making the price in FGRD are also making the price in FIGR, the market makers on the exchange and on the ATS. So anytime, if any significant supply-demand dislocation occurred, that would create a profit opportunity, and arbitrageurs will convert the two prices by buying on the lower price platform and selling on the higher one, naturally pushing the prices back to parity. You will have continuous liquidity. Professional market makers provide continual two-sided quotes on the FIGR ATS. They will be reflecting the liquidity they see also in FIGR on the normal traditional exchanges, and they'll have algos that will index and link both the NASDAQ and the NMS price with the FGRD price on the ATS. Asset interoperability. Through FIGR's Open, which is OPEN, stands for On-Chain Public Equity Network, the seamless conversion logic between the token and the underlying asset ensures value cupping. As I said, you can swap in a costless and frictionless way between FIGR and FGRD at any point. So why did Moomoo choose to be a part of this? First, we believe this represents a structural evolution in how markets work. We're going from T+1 to T+0. This is instant settlement. And we're going from fixed trading hours, guys. You know, the market tells you when you can trade 9:30 to 4. We're moving with this evolution towards near continuous 24/7 markets. And secondly, this is not just a one-off experiment. We expect more companies to explore this issuance model in the future. We expect many more issues. As you heard from the NYSE, they have the whole tokenization project coming at the end of the year. This really is the future, guys. And finally, our mission at Moomoo is simple. Bring financial innovation to everyday investors safely, transparently, and accessibly. That said, this is a new market and a new mechanism. So risks include liquidity volatility at the emerging venue, blockchain infrastructure risks, and an evolving regulatory landscape. The key principles here are to understand the product, trade thoughtfully, and size positions responsibly. This is a meaningful milestone in market history, and we're proud to be building it with our Moomoo community. Thank you for being part of this journey with us.